Oh, that's right. Yes, we are right here. And Penny says, good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are you this morning? Penny, what you got to say? Can you say hi to everybody out there? Say hi. Come on, say hi. There we go. You want to say hi again? Not unless you give me a treat, Mom. This is horrible when you have to pay to get something, isn't it? I guess it's the American capitalistic way, right? So, Penny, you want to say hi? Say hi. Hi, everybody. That's right. Here you go. There's another treat. Penny's kind of tired this morning. She goes, that was fun yesterday, but do we have to do it every day? Yes, Penny. For right now, we're going to be doing it. We're still getting the cameras just right, but she is excited to be here. She's excited to getting treats. Say hi to everybody, Penny. Say hi. Say hi. Yes, Penny. All right. Good girl. She's even got her own cushion in there. We're having her chair designed that'll say Princess Penny across the back. Probably have to have a crown on it and everything. What do you think, Penny? Do you need anything else? You know, I love that song by, who is it, Luke Bryan? I think my dog's a Democrat. I think Penny might be a Democrat. Yes, it's true. I do everything for her. She has all she wants, and yes, she loves getting everything her way. Treats just for raising her paw and saying hi. Who knows what else she'll be getting here in the future. But, Penny, are you feeling good this morning? I'm feeling all right. We got a lot of good stories to talk about this morning, and Penny goes, okay, I'm done. I really thought I would have a problem getting her to sit in this chair because, for a year she sat right underneath my feet, right there underneath the desk, and I really thought I'd have a problem getting her to sit up there. When I first brought Penny home, I thought, oh, this will be so great, and I'd put her in the seat, and she'd be wanting to jump out and everything. Now she's just, well, this is what we got to do. Anyway, the other day when we set her up there, I was amazed because she was like, yes, what would you like me to do? I'm here for the show. Anyways, Princess Penny looks like Princess Penny is just going to be kind of calm this morning, just being right here with us. So there you go. Princess Penny is in the building, and Anne is too. Chopped liver, I guess. Chopped liver. All right, we've got a lot to talk about here this morning. There's so much out there, but I want to start on a subject that I think is most interesting. You know how counsel always tells us that they can't control what somebody does? How many people have complained about, chicken restaurants, right? When one chicken restaurant went right next door to another chicken restaurant, everybody's going, why do they do that? And we have chicken restaurant here, chicken restaurant there, here a chicken, there a chicken, everywhere a chicken. Then we have Mexican restaurants. So we have more Mexican restaurants than we do chicken restaurants by far. And so the question becomes, can a council limit what type of businesses go in where? Well, in the Post and Courier's Greenville edition this morning, it is most interesting because council is actually thinking about limiting the types of businesses and where they can go. For example, on Augusta Road, I thought it was, but Augusta Street, away from downtown, you might notice all these different banks. There's Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, and a Truist across from each other. Arthur State Bank, Bank of America, Southern First, First Citizens, First Bank, TD Bank. Other businesses fill up the corridor there. But so many banks have cropped up, 12 banks or credit unions in just 1 mile, that the city is now considering stepping in. Okay, city staff, and this is the city staff for the city of Greenville, are proposing a rule to prohibit banks and other financial institutions from opening within 300 feet of each other on certain busy roads. While it would apply to certain roads across the city, it's meant to address the number of banks in the Augusta Road area. I find that amazing. But that's not all. But that is not all. There is more. I also found a story. This morning about should Greenville have more say in bars and nightclubs before they open? There's another one. So it looks to me that while we're always told here in Greenwood that, if five Mexican restaurants want to be side by side, or Chinese restaurants, or, we're always told, no, it's just if somebody wants to open a business, they can't. Well, in Greenville, they don't necessarily go with that approach. If you want to open a bar or nightclub anywhere in Greenville, you might soon have to get the city's permission first. That's if city council members approve a new rule designed to keep drinking and entertainment businesses in check. The new rule would give city staff the power to decide whether a number of businesses can open, like bars, nightclubs, breweries, wineries, and indoor or outdoor entertainment. The proposal is part of a package of updates to city code, including limiting ticketed events at bars and nightclubs and implementing stricter rules about noise levels that would more strictly regulate the city's nightlife. While the changes are in line with months of efforts to rein in late-night activities, some city council members said they're concerned that this proposal might go too far. What do you think about that? Being able to control the number of businesses, controlling noise, well, noise I think goes to how does it adversely impact another business or a home, et cetera, et cetera. But being able to say, we don't want any more banks within 300 feet of each other. We don't want any more bars or outdoor entertainment or in downtown Greenville certainly brings up a lot of questions, doesn't it? One of the things on zoning of property, one of the big things that we've talked about here on the radio and on county council and city council have both been dealing with that a lot, is that and a group here in Greenwood has been very adamant about how many houses, what should be done in this. This kind of opens the door for possibly making some changes. So I am curious what you think about that. 864-332-9355. 864-332-9355. Penny, what do you have to say about it? I am not interested in this at all. As long as I have my property out back here for me to do my thing in, I am totally A-okay. Okay. She's not out, but she's almost out here this morning, folks. So what do you think about that? 864-332-9355. I find it most interesting that a rule could be made that allows no more Mexican restaurants? Question. No more chicken restaurants? Question. No more bars, restaurants, and etc. Banks, how many banks can you have? Uh, that should tell us all. Okay, if Penny doesn't like Lindsey Graham, that should tell you a lot. Well, that's somebody commenting about Penny here this morning. Yes, okay. Well, anyways, I would think that this would be something that is going to be challenged a lot. I would think it would be challenged a lot about whether in Greenville they're talking about a bank, too many banks on one street. So they're going to limit the number of banks. Would they ever come in on the bypass and say, right here in Greenwood, too many Mexican restaurants. We have no more Mexican restaurants. I just want to know what you think about that. Is that right or wrong when you look at what business and the Constitution and everything is all about? Would you have a problem with having an ordinance, a rule that changed how this went? Somebody just read, what about churches? Well, yeah, there's another one. How many churches can you put on a corner? How about gas stations? I mean, gas stations, that's another one. Gas stations love to be opposite another gas station. If we had four corners right here off of Durst, we would, and the property was available, we would probably have 3 or 4 gas stations right here because they like competing against each other. They like having gas, what shall we call them? Gas wars. We could use we could use some gas wars, right? Problem is the price of gas is going up, up, up. They keep saying short-term pain, long-term gain. I don't know. How long can we stand the pain? One of our texters just said, every law passed is a freedom lost, and people seem to forget that. That is so true. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. One good thing, Chipotle is coming to Greenwood someday. That is supposed to be there someday. Right there down where Belk's is, right there, right next to the mall. That is supposed to be a Chipotle, and I understand a mattress store. That's an interesting combination, isn't it? Very interesting combination. All right. Well, anyways, I wanted to pose that. If you've got a point to weigh in, 864-332-9355, 864-332-9355. I am Ann Eller right here on WCRS Radio. Yesterday afternoon, we had Representative John McCravey with us. I want to talk some about that. Also, find it very interesting. Haven't had a chance to really look it up, but Tim Scott is running again. What did Tim Scott say at his last time he upped to run? I will not be running again. And look what he's doing. He's running again. And what do we think the answer is as to why he is running again, right? Why is he running again? That would be a question. Does anybody know the answer to that? 864-332-9355, 864-332-9355. I think we're going to check that out. Why is Tim Scott running again when he said he wasn't going to be running again? See, this is the problem. I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that Trump is in office. The country is different. There are things he wants to get finished. When he said he wasn't. That is the question. Let's see if we can get a quick answer here. Wonder what the answer will be. I'm betting that he has so many projects that he has to stay in order to find it. He changed his mind and he plans to run for re-election. Back in 2019 and repeatedly, as Scott said, his 2022 race would be his last. That was tied to his belief in term limits. See, everybody changes. See, the thing about it is, if Tim Scott didn't run again, I bet he would get a job in the Trump with the Trump team. He believes his role, based on his own explanations and reporting, he believes his role is still important. He said traveling the state and country made him realize the important role he plays in maintaining a Senate majority. He still thinks he's needed politically, especially with a tight Senate control. Political reality has changed. He's now a senior Republican figure. Head of the GOP Senate campaign efforts. Republicans are trying to hold or grow their majority, so stepping away now would leave a major open seat in South Carolina. The bottom line, he meant it at the time, term limits deal, but now power, timing, and party needs change to calculation. Yes, you know what? If you say you're stepping away, should you not step away? Would he not be able to endorse another Republican? Could he not help get that new candidate across the finish line? And the question is, really, should elected officials stick to term limits they set for themselves, since there is no term limits, or would you rather keep someone experienced or bring in someone new? This goes back to Lindsey Graham. Here we go again. Lindsey Graham still going to run again. This is a good question. Would you like to see term limits, or would you like to see, if somebody imposes term limits, what do you think? Do you think they should hold to it, or if somebody is doing a good job, should they be returned? Mike Pitts once said, when I would ask him about term limits, and others have said, actually, I'm not sure Mike Pitts, we used to talk about the fact that we needed term limits. But when you ask a politician, any politician, so would you go for term limits? This is the standard answer. And the voters decide when it's time for us to go. Not really. When I was young, I'd go, okay, yeah, I can see that as a point. Now I see it as, no, not really. Once somebody gets into office, unless somebody really good comes along, number one, or has enough money to compete against a newbie coming in, it is very difficult to get them out of office. You know, Ron Reddy, the new candidate for governor that's in the race, he's a billionaire. He's been in business. I've talked some about him, but he said in his campaign ad that he's running, or his ad where he was throwing in his hat and everything, if he didn't do a good job, if he couldn't do the things that he wanted to do, he would not re-up for re-election. So we'll see. But of course, he's term limited anyways as a governor's office. But I just thought that was interesting. Those were some of the first words out of his mouth. I wonder if he'd do a survey that said, do we think you did a good job, or would it be the good job based on what he set as goals? The idea of the idea of self-deporting has worked okay, but the idea of saying you're only going to be in office X amount of years certainly doesn't hold much. I think that that's a loose reason to stay in office, right? Because I'm a senior person here now, because the Republican Party needs me. How many Republicans are dropping out as it is, saying they're done, they don't like the angst, they don't like this, that, and the other. So while I think it's great that he's staying in, he has done a good job. I don't have any problem with Tim Scott. I kind of wonder, this is the beginning of how people say, I'm just going to stay. I feel comfortable. I got enough connections. I can do this. I'm the head of this, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm not going to give it up. I would be interested in what you think. 864-332-9355. We've got Lindsey. On the other hand, we've got Lindsey Graham, who never has said, I guess, that he wasn't going to, and he just keeps staying in, and people keep reelecting him. All right. One of the other interesting points, going back to Ron Reddy, is an article I read yesterday. In order to participate, I don't know what I did with that article, but in order to participate in the debates with the Republican Party, you have to raise, according to the article, and this is actually from Ron Reddy, you have to agree to raise $100,000 from your donors. So if you don't agree to that, even if you are running on the Republican ticket, you don't get to be part of the debates. What do you think about that? I'm shocked. I am shocked that you have to agree to raise X amount of dollars in order to be involved in that. So that was another article I read yesterday. I don't see it right here. But yes, if you are going to be a member on the stage, so that effectively keeps him out of, because he's not taking any donations. So therefore, he's not going to take any donations. So therefore, he's out as being a candidate on the stage. What do you think about that? Not even small donations. He says he's not going to take any of this. 864-332-9355. I realize I'm full of questions here today, because I find some of these things quite unbelievable, and yet they seem to be going forward with it. So there you go, 864-332-9355. Let's check on Penny and see if she's got any interest in anything. Nope, she's out like a light. Penny, are you there? She doesn't even want to be part of the show today. Okay, she goes, turn off my camera. Turn off my camera. All right, well, we'll have to get her more jazzed up another day to get her on the show. Anyways, I'm Ann Eller. This is WCRS Radio. It is National Dairy Queen is giving a free cone. You do not have to do anything but go to the drive-thru, go inside and say, I'd like my free cone, please. And you don't have to get it through the app. You don't have to buy anything else. It's just a free cone in welcoming spring into our world. So actually, the first day of spring is tomorrow. I kind of think they probably wanted to do it on a Thursday, because that's not quite as busy as maybe going into a weekend. So there you go. All right. Other things coming up on the show here today. Wanted to talk a little bit about John McCravey, who was on the air with us yesterday. Also want to talk a little bit about Make-A-Wish. The dollars that they raised were unbelievable. And a ex-South Carolina professor sues lawmakers, alleging unconstitutional jawboning over Charlie Kirk comments. So I want to bring up that too. So these are some of the things that are out here. I also have my media credentials to be able to go down there and cover the Palmetto Sportsman's Classic down there in Columbia. We'll be down there on Friday checking out the dogs, the huge aquarium. They bring in this huge aquarium and fill it with fish. They've got an area where they'll be doing fishing demos. I mean, it's got everything to do with sports, and I think that's terrific. So we'll be doing that too. All right, that's a few of the things going on, but right now I think we ought to hear a word from our sponsors right here on WCRS that make all this possible. Hey, if you got a question or a comment this morning, 864-332-9355. That's 864-332-9355. You are listening to WCRS Radio right here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Here we go. Take it away.
I'm Roxanne Lindholm, the local coordinator of Child Evangelism Fellowship, Lakelands District. I would like to invite you to a free lunch so you can hear how the Lord is working in the lives of children at our fundraising banquet. The banquet will be held on Saturday, March 28th from noon to 2 p.m. at Harris Baptist Church, and donations will be accepted. Call or text 864-554-8290 to reserve a spot at the banquet by March 20th. Again, 864-554-8290.
There's no place like this place anywhere.
Hey, did you see Bob? He just tried a yoga class, upside down.
And Jane just swam 10 laps while juggling her water bottle.
Somehow, I feel like I belong here.
You do. This is the Greenwood YMCA, where everyone's having fun and everybody knows your name.
There's no place like this place anywhere. Come join the fun and make 2026 the year you belong. At the Greenwood YMCA, there's no place like this place.
The Greater Greenwood United Ministry Free Medical Clinic is here to offer you or someone you know a medical home. If you don't have health insurance and are not receiving Medicaid or Medicare benefits, please call 864-942-0500 and choose option 1 for more information. G-GUM Free Medical Clinic services include primary medical, internal medicine and gynecology, in-house pharmacy, women's health clinic, diabetic ed, laboratory, vision services, and disease prevention education. Again, call 864-942-0500 and choose option 1 for more information. Greater Greenwood United Ministry, offering a hand up to those in life and medical crisis for over 30 years.
Get ready for the sweetest day of the year. Dairy Queen's Free Cone Day is back.
Yay! It's Thursday, March 19th.
Join us at your local DQ for a free small vanilla cone, no strings attached. Whether you're celebrating a sweet moment or just craving a classic, there's no better time to treat yourself. It's Free Cone Day at Dairy Queen. Don't miss it.
Yay! It's Thursday, March 19th at your local Dairy Queen right here on the 72 bypass.
See you there for free.
Self-Regional Healthcare is currently hiring for clinical and support staff positions. At Self-Regional, we strive to create the best experience for our patients and our team members. We offer flexible schedules, competitive pay, and generous benefits in an environment that is supportive of your individual needs. Come see what makes Self-Regional a great place to work. View our current job openings at selfregional.org/careers.
We're back with our 6th annual Hodges Outdoor Spring Festival. I'm Tammy Baber with Hodges Cokesbury Fire Department, inviting you to save the dates April 24th and 25th. Friday night, enjoy classic country with Kyle Antone and the Stormfront Band. Saturday morning, let's kick it off for the kids with our Foam Frenzy from 11 to 1. Come out and enjoy the fun. Ride, taste, shop, and stay for the great sounds of Motown as we welcome back Odyssey Band and Show. Join us for free family fun. See you in Hodges, and a huge thanks to our stage sponsor, the Fun Factory. Interested in sponsorship opportunities? Call me, Tammy Baber, 864-505-9911. Oh, Don't forget the big bonus day for rides, Sunday, April 26th from 1 to 6.
Keep on sharing. The phones are open. Keep on laughing. Give us a call. You gotta keep on caring. As long as you've got a voice, don't ever stop. As long as you've got truth, don't ever stop. You're on the air. As long as you've got love. What's on your mind?
Oh, what's on your mind, Penny? Penny, you got anything on your mind here today? Would you like to tell people you're glad you're on the air with me here today? Not really. You didn't put on a cute dress on me. Penny, are you sure you wouldn't like to sit up and say hi? Even if there was something involved, like a treat, would you sit up and say hi? Nope, not going to do it, Mom. All right, well, anyways, see, she does have a mind of her own. We'll go back over here. Hey, I just looked up whether you have to raise $100,000 to be on a stage. For the 2026 SCGOP governor debates, the Republican Party set that as a requirement to get on stage. No, there is no state thing that says that you have to raise $100,000 to be in a debate. What the actual rules are, there is no fixed state debate rules. South Carolina law does not control debates. Debates are run by political parties, media organizations, etc. They get to decide who qualifies. For this race, the 2026 GOP governor's race, the South Carolina Republican Party created this criteria. You must raise at least $100,000 from 250 plus donors. So if you're self-financing and you put $100,000 in, then you say, there you go, I can be on the debate stage. They're going to say no. You have to get it from about 250 plus donors. That's a minimum of $50 per donor. See, this sounds like the federal elections. Remember when they had 13 candidates? So the Republican Party came up with all these rules, and they had, remember the big table and the little table? If you had only raised X amount of dollars, you were on the little kids table. But if you raised X amount of dollars from so many donors, you could be on the big kids table. So the rule is raise at least $100,000 from 250 plus donors with a minimum of $50 per donor. Also poll at least 2% statewide, average of the polls before the debate. So it's money plus viability. This prevents crowded stage with 10 plus candidates, ensures candidates are serious, fundraising, and gaining traction. It's a way to separate real campaigns from long shots. So different debates, different rules. South Carolina ETV uses objective criteria, polling viability, etc. Has full discretion on who to invite. No fixed dollar rule there. Some candidates are pushing back because it favors wealthy or well-connected campaigns, hurts outsiders or grassroots campaigns. One candidate, or I'm ready, literally can't debate because he refuses to raise money, therefore he doesn't qualify. So, did you know, in South Carolina, you don't have to run for governor. You have to raise at least $100,000 just to get on the debate stage. Is that fair? What do you think about that? I don't know. I think that in South Carolina, why would we not want as many candidates as possible? If nothing else, maybe you have to have two-tier debates like they did on the federal level. Remember that? 864-332-9355. Well, we are getting people interested in this topic this morning. Yes, 864-332-9355. Let's see what we have here for you. Here we go. Yep. Some people are really active here this morning. Some people are really active. Oh, there you go. Somebody asked if we need another mattress store. That's true. How many mattresses stores do we have in this, I don't know, within a mile of each other? That's pretty huge. Yep, there you go. Lindsey Graham is like a bad penny. Wait a minute. Well, I think, when they put these limits on it, they want to make sure that the public wants to hear from it. Because if you're willing to put $50 towards a candidate, now you've got a horse in the fight, right? A dog in the fight, whatever in the fight. You have interest if you are making donations. But still, any candidate that is serious about running for governor, I guess we could have some governor candidates that don't. But if you want to set $100,000 limit, okay. If someone is willing to put $100,000 of their own money in, are they not serious about running? How many people would just say, yeah, let me burn $100,000 and run for governor, and I'm going to be the happy candidate. No matter what they throw at me, I'm going to call for unicorns and happiness. Come on. That, I think, is a little ridiculous. All right. Don't forget, today is Free Cone Day at Dairy Queen. Also have some other things I want to share with you this morning. I wanted to talk a little bit about John McCravey yesterday. John McCravey came on yesterday afternoon, 5 to 6. You can see that interview right now on Facebook. Looks like we are a little bit behind. I checked last night. We should have tonight. All the videos are supposed to get up, so that we will catch that up, and then you can watch them on Facebook, WCRS, or you can watch them on the website, WCRS 1450am.net. So either way, but we are a little bit behind. I had thought the penny cuteness video from yesterday would definitely be up, but it is not up. So what else do we have? We've got, as I said, we've got a lot of good. The deer supper, the sheriff's deer supper is tonight. So if you'd like to go to that, it is free and open to you. I think, is it 5:30, 6 o'clock? I think it's 6 o'clock is when they actually start serving. So that is out there as something. Free deer supper, the sheriff's deer supper. They have sausage. They have all different kinds of deer products that they will be serving up. So that is coming up. We haven't talked about the weather. Let's see. What do we have for the weather? And then we're going to talk about some more events going on. So 864-332-9355. What is the weather? Right now, it is 43 degrees out there. Feels like 42. We're looking for a high today of 67 and a chilly 38 degrees, although that is warmer than we have been at. Tomorrow on Friday, we're warming up to a high of 76 degrees. And a low of 55. No chance of rain. And it doesn't look like winds light and variable. So, and then Friday night looks like Friday we'll have partly cloudy, low near 55. Saturday comes in all with intervals of clouds and sunshine, warm, high around 85 degrees on Saturday. And Saturday night looks like a low of 59. Again, no chance of rain, partly cloudy though. Sunday comes in with a high of 89 degrees, low of 65, plentiful sunshine. And Monday comes in with a high of 84, low of 46. Looks like we could get a shower or two on Monday. Tuesday cools back down some, a high of 62, low of 44. Then we'll be in the mid-60s to mid-70s the rest of the week. So we are definitely, hopefully, into spring, which I think officially starts tomorrow. We are officially into spring tomorrow, so hopefully we will not have any more cold weather. All right, what else is going on? They're March 28th. They're having Greenwood Library Presents with the Palmetto Pride and the Palmetto Ambassadors right here in Greenwood. A contest and cleanup on March 28th, 11 to 1. They're going to have games, funds, all this kind of stuff. They're actually going to do a little clean up too. Clean up 11 to 12 will be contest. 12 to 1 will be the cleanup. How much litter can you pick up? That's what they want to know. So they would love for you to be involved in that. Particularly this is for young people. All right. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but the lake cleaned up over 5,000 pounds of litter. So that's pretty darn cool. And over 200 volunteers worked it. They're having a networking night tonight over there at Lander. It is an opportunity ready to grow your connections and step confidently into your future. This is for students to be able to mingle and talk to adults. A lost art. They say dress to impress, business casual attire, build confidence and expand your circle, meet local leaders from a wide variety of career paths, practice professional networking in a supportive setting. This is open to the public and free and open to all PTC and Lander students, and so that is going on today from 5:30 to 7. So they would love for you to come out to that. It's hosted by Lander University and the Women's Leadership Collaborative. 5:30 to 7. And this is, as I said, at the new Residence Hall multi-purpose room. All right. What else did we have here? The deer supper is tonight. So that's a great opportunity to have a free meal. And then you can go get a free cone at Dairy Queen for dessert. There's a couple other things I wanted to talk about. We talked about that. You talked about that. Rom Reddy is having a Greenville on March 23rd, Spartanburg on the 24th. He's having a rally ready for revolution. He also made a big statement about the Republican Party not allowing him, even though he put his own money in, to be on the debate stage. Tomorrow on Friday, March 20th, from 9 to 11, Little River Multicultural Center, 415 Riley Road, right there in Hodges. It is the free food distribution. You don't have to get out of the car. You don't have to do anything. You simply have to drive up and let them put a box of food in your car. First come, first serve. No need to get out of your car. No paperwork to fill out. It is Friday, March 20th from 9 to 11 at the Little River Multicultural Center. That's at 415 Riley Road in Hodges. Oh, there's that crazy woman with the St. Patty's Day hat. Yes. All right. There's more, but those are a few of the things that I wanted to make sure that you knew about. Let's see. Do we have anything else we really want to talk about? There is some stuff going on. Let's see. Wednesday. Yes, here we go. Let's go ahead and check this out and see what St. Clair is saying, things that are going on that you might have missed yesterday. The Lander Film Festival is going on this weekend. It's started on Wednesday, goes through Saturday. The big Thursday, the Lander University Film Festival hosts a film presentation by Lander professor Misty Jameson at 6:30 p.m. in room 200 of the Carnell Learning Center. Saturday, the 16th annual Lander University Film Festival hosts the short film screening and awards ceremony. Starts at 4 o'clock. I think there's about 17 people that are competing for prizes. They will show all of their films and then have a decision on that. They also are having the Humane Society. Thought I'd look and see if Penny looked at all interested about going to that. Penny, what do you think about going to that? She's just snoozing out here today. I'm sorry, folks. I guess I need to feed her something before we go on the air. Okay, Saturday from 11 to 3, they have 3 inflatables presents the Humane Society of Greenwood Spring Festival. Enjoy food trucks, vendors, and furry friends. 2820 Airport Road in Greenwood. That is from 11 to 3 out there at the Humane Society. Over in Abbeville, they're having a Abbeville Opera House hosts Brotherhood, a Doobie Brothers tribute band. All shows are at 7:30 on that. And on Sunday, from 2 to 5, is rescheduled the 18th annual Greenwood Blessing of the Bikes. The cost is free. Riders depart from the parking lot at Hobby Lobby right here in Greenwood and ride motorcycles to First Mount Moriah Baptist Church, which is at 2107 Mount Moriah Road right here in Greenwood. So this is to bless all the motorcycle riders. Maybe they'll tell them they should wear a helmet. I don't know. But this is to protect those that will be out riding motorcycles as the weather and everything warms up. So that's a little bit about some of the things going on. We are not having a show this afternoon, but hold on to your hats next week. Next week, we will be going live on Monday evening at 7:15 with Alan Wilson, who is running for governor. On Tuesday, we will have Brenda Fees and guest talking about the Crossroads Women's Center over there right here on Durst. So that'll be pretty cool. I did a tour of it. We did a video. We're working on getting that video squared up so you can watch that. Very interesting. I think not a lot of people have been inside and know exactly what goes on there. But there's a whole lot more than just pregnancy testing. And if you're accepted into the program, they will help you for 2 years. So not only through the birth of your child, but on for 2 years if you need the help. So that is going on. Okay. Then on Thursday, we are going to have Dr. Valente with Self Regional Hospital on. Friday, I'm heading down to the Palmetto Sportsman's Classic. I don't know what time we're going to go. We may not have a show on Friday morning, but I'll let you know on that. So lots of good stuff going on, and I hope you're going to keep it right here on WCRS. If you'd like to get on the most popular show in town, Yeah, I am. I just admit it. These other shows, they're from out of town. They don't even count. They don't even touch the number of people that we touch right here on WCRS Radio. Give me a call. We'd love to work up a special promotion just for you right here on WCRS. Yes, I'm the voice of Greenwood. Yes, I'm the one with... There she is. Yeah, no, you're waking up here, huh? Yeah, you know the show's over. You know you're going to end up with some lunch. You want to say goodbye to people? You want to say hi? Let's go ahead and say hi. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Hi, Penny. Say hi, Penny. Say hi. You going to say hi? No hi? No pay. No pay. Penny, say hi. Come on, Penny, say hi. There we go. Penny said hi. There you go. Want to say hi? Hey, one more hi. There you go. Hey, everybody, we've enjoyed doing the show with you here today. Penny goes, now can we have breakfast? Yes, and there's a treat, my friend, just for you. This is WCRS right here in Greenwood. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for tuning in. This is the end of the show, Penny. You know what that means. Yeah, better wake up and get ready for some breakfast. Let's have dinner. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Get outside and enjoy some of this weather. It's not going to be too hot, but it's not going to be too cold, and that's a good thing. Are we going to go out and play Frisbee, Penny? I don't know. Okay. She's being quiet here today. Have a good one, everybody. That's the end of the show. Take it away. Cue the music. And thank you so much for tuning in today.